Hello everyone. How is everyone doing? So let's monitor around a little bit and mm, mm, okay. I can wait a little bit until more people join. So we only 2 weeks away from the game jam. From the final deadline. So maybe everyone is logged in now. Okay. So maybe wait until 5 minutes, 9 p.m. in 5 minutes, and then we can start. So just a quick reminder to submit your project. Uh, and only 2 weeks until the deadline, and then if you submit now, you still can join the competition for the PhD one. So definitely remember to submit. We have 12 projects submit now. I think it's 12. Yeah. Okay, but I think we can have like 10 or 20 more, and that would be great. Okay, let's get started. So, hi everyone, I'm Ippo. Today I will share you my thesis on on-chain gaming, or like the next crypto flywheel with behavior science. And first, let's talk a little bit about behavior economics. So, in behavioral economics, the market is not rational, and it's based on emotion and cognitive bias, and it's sometimes it just doesn't make sense. And so in this field, like people study economic in terms of psychology, and instead of like follow the classical economic. So I also have something else to share, like let's change the screen. So B, can you help me? Okay. So in field psychology, we have this map of the unconscious mind. So on the top of the iceberg, we have the conscious mind is a small of the rational part, like the part that we are trying to make sense of how everything works, or how we are thinking, how our head work. And we have like a pre-conscious mind is that thing that we, like a RAM or short-term memory. Like, yeah, that's the easy way to understand it. And the unconscious is like a lot of stuff that we don't understand about ourselves, or deep in our soul, our fear, or the selfish, shameful, traumatic experience. And in term of behavior economic, we can see most of the time people making decision based on their unconscious mind more than their conscious mind. So if you just try to understand the economic with classical economics, then it's not really enough, because the parts of the pre-conscious and the unconscious is a lot more than the conscious mind. That's just something I want to point out. So let's get back to the slide. B, help me with the. So let's do a little bit comparison between the classical economic and behavior economic. So in classical economic, we can understand like everything simple, supply and demand. So if you make something good, and the value of the good will increase, but depend on the value. If the quality of the product or the good increase, then the price will increase. So that's the basic supply and demand. So in behavior economic, we can see like sometimes it's not in reality. It doesn't always work like that. Sometimes people don't buy ice cream, for example, because they think ice cream, because they think like this is cheap, so the quality must not good. And sometimes people buy expensive thing, like because they think like this is expensive, so it must be good, even though the quality may not be different. And one of the important thing about like behavioral economic is that behavioral economic can create bubble. And the bubble cycle is like, I'm sure if you have been around in the blockchain space, like you see many bubble, like in initial price increase, media attention, FOMO, more buyer, higher price, Europea, reality check, panic sell, and crash. And I think one of the big example is like tulip mania is probably the first economic bubble, and it reached the point that like when the tulip is more expensive than a house. Of course, it doesn't make sense, but it does happen. And it's same with meme coin, or like same in crypto, like DeFi summer, NFT summer, when everything go crazy, and after that they just crash. So that's a bubble. And there are many examples on behavior economic and how people take advantage. For example, like shopping mall, uh, they have like display sometimes they display the item like close to expire date in the front, so people will buy it first, and then the item that have longer date, they put it in the back. Or so, like anchoring technique, decoy, scarcity, loss aversion, social proof, sensory marketing. And I remember one of the techniques that very popular in the mall is that they have like a discount. For example, they have a discount on TV and free TV for everyone. And but like they put the TV in the bottom of the mall. And then if you go to get the TV, you need to go straight through all of the like other stuff on the store or the mall. So they lost money on the TV, keep out. But like when people they go to on the direction, go to the get the TV, they will see other item. Yeah, say, hey, maybe I need this, and hey, maybe I need that. So that's how like the mall actually manipulate you to buy, and then how that's how they make profit. And same with casino. So in Las Vegas, sometimes another technique they use in Las Vegas, also same with the mall, is the bathroom. When you walk into the mall, like it's in from from the door to the bathroom. The bathroom usually in the mall or the casino is very difficult to find because I want you to walk like you see everything in the casino or everything in the mall until you reach to the bathroom. And there are many small things that they do that you think like just random or it doesn't make sense. Even in casino, they have like a design in the floor design or like the lighting on the painting on the wall. They all have like purpose to keep you awake longer. So like even if you are a very skilled player, you know how to gamble and you keep winning. But like if you stay too long, eventually you will lose money. Just time distortion is definitely the techniques that they use a lot. So there are no lock, no clock. So you can track time and no window. You can tell night or day. Free alcohol with the maze like layout. And there are many more. So this is how people actually take advantage of behavioral economic to take money away from you. And a thesis that I think that makes sense is because like we exist as 200,000 years as a monkey or ape, but like the architecture only around 10,000 years. The modern civilization only 800 years. The industrial age only 250, and digital age is only like 50 years recently. So we are still very like animal instinct, and we are still our like skill is based on survival more than actually thriving. So we still have like the short-term thinking, status competition, like pattern recognition, and some of the ancient Greeks they call there's a terminology called like social animal. And human we are just social being. We define through relationship and community. Individual behavior is heavily influenced by social context. So we can see it in the economic. So market are not just about individual choice. Social status and peer influence drive many economic decisions. And economy and cultural value shape the economic behavior. And I think this is important on Solana because I think Solana like they also like very good. They have very deep understanding about classical economy and behavioral economy. So there are many critics on their technical and like their direction on focus on scaling, but I don't think like Solana is really like a technical chain, but like they are more like economic chain. They are the way they build community, the way they organize how startup and everything is purely economic, and technology is just a tool for you to like achieve your economic status, finance. So if you have any questions, just let me know. And another interesting concept is psychohistory. So psychohistory is like the pattern in human behavior. So it's a field study that people actually study. So it's not just me like you know uh talking shit. It's like how they try to understand how like why sometimes history just repeat itself. Like for example, this meme like hard time create strong man create good time create weak man, and weak man create hard time. So it's a pattern as social animal as we are. We keep repeating the same mistake many times. Yeah. So yeah, we have some meme like this, like hard time, great meme, good time, weak meme. So at least for gaming, I think this is we are right now we are in a very difficult time. Because like the sponsorship is difficult. Nobody want to put money on gaming, and everything is just like it's painful and not easy. So how? So why I'm telling you all of this? How is all of this is relevant to game jam and to what we are doing? Of course, like right now we are in the hard time of of gaming, Solana, and I think on-chain blockchain gaming. And I think like the good thing come out is that I I think all of the people that doing game right now is like very strong personality, and some people I feel like I want to make the connection for a long time. And all of the passive everyone that's joining the game jam, I think you guys like definitely like a hustle and definitely like top the individual that like working like non-stop, and that's the person like I feel like I can trust in the long term. And so let's go back to the economic a little bit. And for crypto market in around 2008 to 2025, I think the only like thing that makes sense is Bitcoin, because Bitcoin built based on a problem that in 2008 economic crisis in 2008, and Bitcoin was the solution for that problem. But Ethereum and Solana and DeFi and everything else is a new like idea or new whatever. They are more like like a solution looking for a problem. So people was like loaning money and they don't really make profit. And the idea was good, but like eventually most of them die. And it's the narrative is like wobble and vague. And I know many Bitcoin market people are calling Ethereum scam. And I don't think Ethereum is a scam, but like I know many people like they believe that, and they have a very like interesting thesis and narrative behind. So at least, yeah. And now we are in 2025. I think there are more narratives that go into like in order to survive. Of course, they are like the companies are switching to into more like conservative direction. They want to make revenue instead of depend on like VC money or investor money. So stablecoin, they try to reach out to government, RWAs or DeFi. I think that's the direction right now, because I talked to some DeFi company and some friend, and they are very happy now that they start to making revenue. And that's and the problem is that like if they go into that classical economic direction, so if you invest or buy the token, it's not gonna 10x or like 1,000x or 100x anymore, because the structure of investment is like if you want to go into like a bubble market and then you get 100x and you cash out, or behavior economic. So in classical economic, like of course, like it's still better to invest in like all of the Bitcoin, stablecoin, RUI, DeFi than you invest in traditional startup. You get better yield and you get like a like a faster time to get to make profit. It's definitely a lot better. So back in maybe I think 2015, I actually follow like people doing startup, and one of the way reason why people invest in startup is because the startups generate generate revenue, and like a 30 to 40% revenue. But like when the startup start to go into, eventually all startup have to go into like more traditional conservative direction. So revenue go like 10%. So you're not gonna make a lot of money on classical economic because like it's conservative and it's boring. So there's no hype, there's no bubble. So people like they probably just gonna. I heard some story like some startups they just they hire some young people with good looking and they so that's a like a criteria to building like a startup company. And when the investors they saw like, oh, so you kind of like invest in technology, but but it's not so true. It's just the image they show to play the game, and like and it just work like that for ever since Web 2. So and the idea behind the economic is that you actually there is this scene in I think I can show you guys this scene in Silicon Valley show. Why?
Potential issue. Right. Richard, one potential issue, our hosting fees could become.
B help me change the screen. Hello. B help me. Okay, so let's wait a little bit. Sorry, guy, I'm calling B. So, and anybody have any question? Or you?
Vị khách vui lòng để lại lời nhắn sau tiếng beep cho thuê bao quý khách vừa gọi hiện tại đang bận hoặc không nhấc máy cuộc gọi.
I think B is having a call, so okay. Thank you.
Right. Richard, one potential issue, our hosting fees could become a challenge as we scale.
Right, but we can offset a lot of that once we get a few customers and start a subscription model.
What? Revenue? No revenue. I'll call you back. What? Why would you go after revenue?
Because to make money?
No. If you show revenue, people will ask how much, and it will never be enough. The company that was the 100x or the 1000xer becomes the 2x dog. But if you have no revenue, you can say you're pre-revenue. You're a potential pure play. It's not about how much you earn. It's about what you're worth. And who's worth the most? Companies that lose money. Pinterest, Snapchat, no revenue. Amazon has lost money every fucking quarter for the last 20 fucking years, and that Bezos motherfucker is the king.
The king.
There's no revenue. No one wants to see revenue. Go.
I just thought that mainly the goal of companies is to make money.
Yeah, no. That's not how it works. I don't want to make a little bit of money every day. I want to make a fuck ton of money all at once. ROI. ROI. You know what that stands for?
Return on investment.
Nope. Radio on internet.
Yeah. So that's just now. I think we can. B. A little help. Yeah. Sorry, I bother you so much. Like. So yeah. So my point is that like the way like you get rich is to understand how the behavior economy work. So another, so we can, I already told you guys about SIO history. It's a concept of history repeating itself. And in the last, like, ever since 2008 to now, like our main narrative on crypto is about infrastructure. And it people compared with the dot-com bubble. So now we can say like it's over, like the infra is going to more conservative direction. Same with the dot-com bubble. And the bubble burst, and now so what is the bubble next after the dot-com bubble? Is the creator economy bubble. And PewDiePie or like there are many other like YouTube creator, they just like blow up and they start like become millionaire and just make a lot of money in gaming and on making memes. And I think that exactly what is happening right now. So for me, at least, the internet capital market narrative is all about busting the infrastructure bubble, and now it's the time for creator economy bubble to burst. And it's not gonna be just a summer; it's gonna be like in 5 to 10 years, because we have like more than 10 years of infrastructure, crypto infrastructure. Oh, technically, it's like 10 years of Ethereum, so Bitcoin is not really like the platform for, like it's just a currency. Bitcoin is a currency, so I think it's more like the infra we start with Ethereum is make more sense because Bitcoin is not infra. So we already have 10 years of infra, and now I think we in the next 10 year we can have the next 10 year of creator economy, making game or like talking about game podcasts or any kind of that. And I think right now everyone is in a very good position that like you are building game, you are doing something. So I hope that like one of us become a millionaire, and then and we can get rich and sharing profit together. And of course, this is just my thesis, and based on my observation, I can be wrong because we are still very early and early on the economic, like a creator, internet capital market story, not infra. Infra still need a lot, still need still need a lot of work and everything. But so I'm not delusional. This is just manifest things. I hope like it goes the same with everyone. And another thing like if you get rich, you what do you do after you get rich? All right. I was in 2017 ICO bubble, and it's not about technology. Some companies they just change their name to blockchain or add some blockchain into their name, and their stock just rise like go crazy. And so I think we are all gambling here, and I don't know like if any of us like will become millionaire. Maybe all of us, maybe some of us. And I have a little bit of advice for you. It may be delusional, but I would say I still think it's important to share. So this is one of like the very famous, like the book you are seeing now is a very famous like Vietnamese novel. It's about winning a lottery. So the story is about a guy like very nice guy, with good education, like normal nice person, always polite. But after he wins the lottery, he got a lot of money, and in the end of the book, he become a drug addict, and he complaining and saying like I the only reason I was a good person before because I don't have enough money to be like a become like an addict or a junkie. So so understand behavior economic also understand you need to understand the capital flow. That's why we have like Solana Foundation. That's why most people like actually like I think succeed in a crypto game, crypto space. They make a lot of money and then they spend money on foundation. They they spend money on economic. I was in cryptos in 2017, so I heard a lot of story of people getting rich and they just retire. But the problem is that after you retire, it's very difficult for you to get back. And when you are in your 20 or early 20, you get a lot of money, and then if you just retire, and then it's not healthy for you. So don't retire just yet, and it's not a good idea. Don't just spend money on a vacation not too long. Just I know people like make million and they still like working as an employee. They still have a boss, and the boss like have like less money than them. It's true because if how you stay active and it's how you like keep yourself healthy. So I personal advice is like if you read the church and the casino by cash, you spend some of the money on the community, spend some money on education, and invest in back into infrastructure because we need infrastructure like to we can continue to roll the flywheel. So that's how the flywheel operate. So we make money from the bubble and then we invest into the infra, the classical economic. So that's how we keep moving forward. And that is the end uh, for me. So anybody want to chat or have any question? Okay, Flappy Pong. If you want to play, then did I message you? You can book the calendar to play the Flappy Pong. Did I message you? Yeah, I did message you. I asked you in the private chat if you want to come to state next week, this week. So book the time and we can play the Flappy Ball. So now it's game time. If anyone want to play, yeah, and I think like it's a little bit boring or maybe many concepts that like only interesting to me and not to everyone. So anyone else want to play? Okay, I think we can start. Okay, Breno, congratulations. So give me your wallet and I will send you the money. Thank you everyone for joining in. So yeah, hope to see you soon. Bye.